Hi, I'm Dr. Amin Korchi, a practicing radiologist working at the intersection of AI, healthcare, and innovation. Nearly 10 years ago, I discovered deep learning and its first applications in radiology. As I started to dive deeper into the tech, I immediately felt that this was going to be a major inflection point for our profession. Since then, I have dedicated a large part of my time to AI in healthcare, first by supporting startups developing these technologies, and later by helping bring them into clinical practice, into the real world and our workflows. What happened next was remarkable. In less than a decade, AI went from a research topic discussed by a handful of enthusiasts to a mainstream technology used by radiologists around the world. The speed of adoption has been unprecedented in healthcare. Despite this progress, AI is still often perceived in one of two ways, either as a magic tech that will possibly replace us, or as an overhyped tool that fails to deliver on its promises. The reality is much more interesting. And today, I would like to show you that AI is neither magic nor mystery. Understanding that simple fact explains both its extraordinary capabilities and its sometimes surprisingly obvious failures. And more importantly, it helps us become better users of these tools, safer clinicians, and active participants in one of the most important technological revolutions in healthcare. Whether you're a radiologist, a healthcare professional, a student, or just curious about AI, I hope this presentation will help you better understand what AI really is, what it is not, and how to get the most out of it. So let's begin. AI isn't magic, it's mathematics. Today, in 2026, AI can achieve extraordinary performances. In this example, published recently on Nature, AI predicts 10-year breast cancer risk with an AUC of 0.8. This is very high, it is accurate, and it significantly outperforms traditional risk assessment methods. In this other example, AI reduces the dose delivered during a chest CT by 75% without altering the diagnostic capability. There was no difference in the detection of lung nodules, and this is a game changer for lung cancer screening. This paper was published in 2023, and the progress had continued since then. In another very impressive example, AI was able to detect hepatic steatosis, which is a liver disease, on a chest X-ray, which you will not be able today to comment on the liver. And it did that with an AUC of 0.82 and, more importantly, a negative predictive value of 93%. When you look at the attention maps, the heat maps indicates where AI look at when it performs its predictions. The heat map indicates areas under the diaphragm where there are the liver, the spleen, and in the mediastinum. It is very interesting because it is within these areas where you find the excess fat that might be related to hepatic steatosis. So this gives you an impression of where we're heading. We are heading in a world where AI will help us extract more meaningful insights from commonly performed exams and insights that we are not able to extract as humans. But there is a big but. AI can also make obvious mistakes. And in this case, for example, on the image extracted from this article, AI didn't detect this obvious fracture. This is an obvious fracture for a radiologist and for any physician dealing with this type of exams. And it is true, also according to my experience, that even the best AI models can fail. and they can miss obvious lesions. And these failures are often unpredictable and difficult to explain. It could be related to the training datasets that didn't include rare cases, variance artifacts, or data shifts, the difference between the training dataset and the real-world data on which AI is deployed. So how can AI be brilliant and wrong at the same time? This contradiction is the key to understanding AI. Because AI is not intelligence, it is mathematics. It's a mathematical optimization to reduce the errors in predicting an output. It's also computer code, data, statistics, and pattern recognition. So it's not reasoning. At least it is not yet reasoning, understanding, or common sense. AI don't know the disease. It just estimates probabilities and applies threshold. In this example of an AI analyzing chest X-ray, the AI will predict the probability of a disease existing in the chest X-ray. And if this probability is higher than the threshold, here 75%, it will conclude that there is a disease. So those are just probabilities, numbers. It is not a physician reasoning, looking at the images and concluding firmly. And the same mathematics that makes AI powerful, actually, they create the limitations of AI. Why? Because medicine, it's not a mathematical function. The human body, biology, and diseases are complex. They vary endlessly. They are not unified by one formula or one mathematical function. Therefore, even highly accurate AI can fail in unexpected ways. What this means for us, for healthcare providers, radiologists, it means that AI is a tool. It's a powerful tool, but it's not a replacement. It's not something that will do the job for us. So understanding AI's limitations is essential for its safe and effective use. And the radiologist and overall the healthcare provider remains responsible for the final report and care provided to the patient. So stay grounded in clinical context and maintain a critical judgment, just as you do with any other tools in healthcare. Thank you very much for your attention. If there is one thing I would like you to remember, it's that AI is not magic. It's a powerful tool with remarkable capabilities, but it has predictable limitations and also an enormous potential when used wisely. We are still in the early days of AI in healthcare, and the next decade will transform the way we diagnose, treat, and care for patients. My goal with this video is to help healthcare professionals understand these technologies, use them effectively, and actively participate in this transformation. If that's something that interests you, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know what topics you would like me to cover next. Thank you for watching and see you soon.